Hey, what's happening, vinyl community and music lovers? It's Joe. And today I wanted to do a small video on the albums that I've recently acquired from Edgard Varese. One I got in 2016, and the other two I got recently used on the internet. So I wanted to share that with you. The music of Edgard Varese obviously is super influential to Frank Zappa. I mean, he was Frank's hero. So that's how I got turned on to it. And recently I've been listening a lot more to it, and it's pretty amazing. So I wanted to share it with you and see what you guys thought. So we'll start with this album. I guess this one is called the Varèse album. And this is a compilation of two records in one that were issued obviously before this. This came out in 1972. Yes, I was right. So it's 1972. It's on the Columbia Masterworks. And this is a great copy of this. And like I said, it's basically two records that were compiled into one. And the songs on this album are Ionization, Density, 21.5, Integrales, Octander, Hyperprism, Poem Electronique, Deserts, Offrendes, Arcana. It's hard to say some of these things because I'm not French, but yeah, so this is I appreciate the performances on this. This was produced by John McClure and Thomas Frost. Look it up. John McClure is he's a name for sure. And I think, does Robert Kraft have anything to do with this? God damn it, I wish I knew. Yes, Robert Kraft conducted it. So Robert Kraft conducted these performances, and so yeah, the Varèse album. This was pretty damn good of a score for me. This music is not easy to come by, so it's great to get these original pressings, which that is an original pressing. And so is this. This is on the Vanguard Everyman Classics label, which I've never heard of. But this is pretty great. I just recently scored this at Amoeba Records in LA. And this is an album that has basically three pieces played by the Utah Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Maurice Abravanel. And the notes on the album are from Chu-Wang Chung, who is a, expert on the man, Edgard Varese. And this is what the label looks like. Vanguard Everyman Classics. Pretty crazy, but whoops. So that's what it looks like. And this is a spotless copy. Absolutely spotless. Plus I clean it when I get it. And it's interesting, listening to classical music on vinyl can be tough if it's not in good condition. It's really got to be quiet because it's such dynamic music, and especially Varèse. But anyway, so the pieces on this album are Nocturnal, Equatorial, and Amériques. And Amériques is the one that is just relentless. I mean, what a piece of music. Absolutely insane. If you haven't heard this stuff, that's why I'm making the video. You need to check it out. It's just insane, some of this stuff. I really appreciate modern classical composers more than I do the old Baroque and stuff like that. But man, this stuff is intense music, very intense. And then there's this album, which is the class. It's a mystery, but we'll discuss it. So this is the complete works of Edgard Varese. This is the album that changed Frank Zappa forever when he heard it for the first time, and basically set him on his pathway. And this album that I'm holding right now was released in 2016. It's a reissue of this extremely old record. And it's done by a label called Modern Silence. And hilariously on Discogs, it says that Modern Silence is a bootleg label based in Malta, focused on classical. So if this is a bootleg label, they did a good job. I remember I ordered this straight from a legit website. It wasn't like an Amazon purchase or anything. I went straight to wherever there is, and now I can't even remember where that was, and I can't find it online. Seeing it was over 5 years ago. So anyway, it was limited to 500 copies, and the number that I have is 481. And it's actually a very good listen. I don't know what the source is on this thing. Maybe you guys might. That's the label. The thing of it is this is such an old album. I have no idea what the master source of this album would be and what this label used for this is incredible. I mean, if it's a needle drop, you can't tell. It's completely quiet. And if it's a master tape, where did they get the tape from? It's a complete mystery, but it is, I gotta say, it's a real privilege to be able to have this actual record in my collection because it's extremely rare. And again, this is the album that Frank Zappa heard and changed his life at a young age. So there you have it. Those are the 3 Edgard Varese albums that I recently acquired. And yeah, I'm enjoying listening to this stuff. And I'm going to be doing some more videos too. Let me know what you think. Talk to you soon.